another Jess video. I'm sorry I haven't filmed one in a long time. I've been pretty busy with work and stuff, but that's all done now, and prepping for school is done, so I have a bunch of time on my hands and I figure I'd film a video or 7, maybe. We'll see what happens. So recently, I had a birthday party, and when I went to the birthday party, or when I had the birthday party, I had a bunch of people, and we all went paintballing, and then we were going to come home and sleep over. So there were going to be 8 teenage kids, me included, sleeping in my basement. And we were going to feed them, we were going to have ice cream cake, and what happens? While we're paintballing, there is a windstorm and a rainstorm, and we lose power. As well as all the restaurants nearby. And so that was the thing. So we ended up having to try to eat out somewhere, and we had to eat all the ice cream cake so it wouldn't melt because no freezer. And then we had to spend, what, I don't know, 10 hours? How long was it? We had to entertain ourselves for about 6 hours. And what we were planning to do was watch a movie. But there's no movie watching when there's no power. So this video is all about what to do when you have to entertain people with no power. So first off, you're going to basically be playing games, most likely. We were really lucky. I have a portable player that doesn't need to be plugged in, so we got to listen to music for most of the night, and honestly I think we went to sleep almost as soon as the music died. So if you can find music, that's great. But back to the actual thing. You're going to want to play a game. So some very popular games would be Truth or Dare. Truth or Dare is very fun. Especially when there are no distractions that are phones or Wi-Fi or Truth or Dare apps, because Truth or Dare apps are good when you have no idea what dares to do, but really bad at personalizing, so they're very generic. So it's very entertaining to play Truth or Dare when you have to think of your dares yourself, because they can get pretty entertaining. Yes. Second game, this is a game I learned at my party, someone brought it up. It's called Paranoia. Basically, you sit in a circle, and one person, they whisper a question to the person next to them. That person answers the question out loud. So it's usually a one-word answer, and the game works best when that answer is the name of someone in the circle. So we had answers like Catherine, Joanna, Jordan, Jessica, and you have no idea what the question is, so it's like, what the heck is this question and why are they answering me? So after that, they answer the question, they flip something that has a definite top or bottom. We started with the shoe, but that didn't work, so we switched to a movie cover, or like a DVD case. So if it landed title up, you said the question out loud, ending paranoia and possibly embarrassing the person that answered the question. If it landed title down, you didn't say the question, therefore gaining suspense for everyone listening as to what the heck was the question in which they answered me. That was very entertaining. However, we completely ruined the suspense by then telling everyone the answers or the questions afterwards. But you know what? Where's the fun in that? So, another type of game other than revealing personal selves, whatever, is cards. We didn't actually play cards, but I had a ton of cards, and we could have definitely done that. That was on my list if we ran out of things to do. So, cards, games that can be played with a big group of people. You will probably need multiple decks. Is Cheat, Prez, also known as Big 2, and I believe there's another name for it which I can't remember. I figure this video is going to be very long if I explain it all, so really this is just kind of a, hey, look this up if you're interested type thing as far as cards go. You can also play, switching topics, this is not a card game, this is a form of telephone / Pictionary type thing. Basically, you need a lot of paper. Everyone needs piece of paper, and they need as many pieces of paper as people in the circle. Or depending on how many rounds. Each person needs one piece of paper per round. And so what you do is one person will start off by taking their paper and their pencil, and they write a phrase, a sentence, something that you would say during telephone. So for example, heroes don't exist. I read quotes off my wall. That's her. So the person wrote heroes don't exist on their piece of paper. So they give that to the next person. Now the next person takes that paper and says, ooh, heroes don't exist. What am I going to draw to show that heroes don't exist? So they may draw a superhero with a big "nyeh" through it. So then they give that to the next person. The next person looks at this and goes, what sentence could this mean? And they could go, you know what, I think this means no superheroes allowed. So they write no superheroes allowed. Then that gets past the next person. And so on and so on and so on. And the last person shows their picture and says what they think it means. And you figure out how screwed up the thing went. And then you just can repeat that as many times as you want. So yes, that is another thing you can do. Basically, when there's also no power, you're going to need to deal with light. We were very lucky and we had little light switchy fake candles, which was awesome because my mom did not trust us with fire. But if you need light, you can open all your blinds and windows so you can get natural light unless it is storming, which means it's very, very dark. Other than that, you can light candles if you're allowed to light candles. Flashlights, little lanterns. We brought out our camping lanterns after a bit. So those are things. Other than that, I don't know. My friends are very musical, so we could have done a music party. I have a bunch of instruments at my house and we're all pretty good singers, so we could have written a song or made something up that way. If you're readers, you know what? If you want to have a reading party and where everyone just goes in your room, grabs a book and just sits down and reads and no one talks to each other, why not? That's basically what we do when we have our phones anyway. Yes. I don't know. I'm running out of ideas for power. We're lucky that the power came on. You know, build a fort. We ended up building a nest, not a fort, but we laid out a bunch of cushions and pillows and we made this big nest thing, which we then all slept on, which was really awesome. And so, yeah, build a nest or a fort. That's fun as well. And you know what? If you're alone and the power goes out and you want someone to entertain you, call someone up or go to someone's house randomly and be like, your power is not on, my power is not on, so we couldn't call each other, but I'm showing up and now we're going to entertain each other. Find a friend, or you know what, read a book, because you can read books. Or use your imagination, get some pictures, draw something, paint something, use a coloring book, go to the store if they're open. We found that there were a lot of closed stores because there was no power anywhere. Find a coloring book and draw. If you're with friends and you have nothing to do, go to a park. There is nature in the world, and you know what, if it's raining, well, it's not gonna kill you. Unless it's lightning, and then it may kill you, but anyway, so that's that. That's my advice for when the power goes out. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any other ideas or fun games that you can do when there's no power and no Wi-Fi and no charging of anything or no lights or whatever, leave them down below. If this helped you whatsoever, give it a thumbs up. I'm very sorry it's been a long time since I filmed a video, but make sure you subscribe so you do actually see them when I upload them. Oops. And I'll see you soon. I will possibly see you next week, but most likely I will see you soon. Bye! Hello everyone. Oops, I forgot my intro.